Hi, this is Morgan again, and I'd like to welcome you back to Chasing Roads. In the last episode, I talked a lot about my choice to stay in the United States and to focus on my art. And in this episode, I'm just going to explain a little bit on what the plan is for the next couple of months while I'm here. My biggest thing I wanted to do was to travel across the United States. When I was in the Army, I spent the vast majority of my 10 years stationed overseas, and I really don't know that much about the United States. So I figured what a perfect way to take my art on the road, my t-shirts on the road, and to drive across the country, visit some national parks, sell my products on either online and also at flea markets and art shows and whatnot. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing for the next few months. So the first thing I did when I decided to make this trip was get this dog, Amelia. She's a monster.
The madness that is this dog is Amelia. I adopted her 3 weeks ago from the pound, and although she's adorable, she is a royal pain in the fucking ass.
The first time I saw Amelia, her name was actually Roca. And she was at the antique flea market. The Humane Society had brought a bunch of dogs there for adoption. I fell in love with her right away and took her information, but I was scheduled to leave for Australia, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to take her home. But when I made the decision to stay, I called the Humane Society and found out she was still there, so I immediately drove down and brought her home. She's 3 years old, and she was a rescue. She spent most of her time in a shelter. So I think this trip is going to be great for her to actually get out. We're going to see the country together. And the second thing that I had to do was I had to buy a van, which would be my mode of transportation to get from here to everywhere. So that was the first project. So when it was time to start looking for vehicles, I went online, went on Auto Trader, CarMax, and some of the other online stores to look for a vehicle that I thought would be good for my trip.
Here's Big Bertha. We're going to take her for a ride. Mom can't get out of the car. But let's take a look in this bad boy. It says sold. I haven't paid for it yet, though. So we're in Big Bertha, and we're going to take her for the first test drive ever. So let's see. Oh, wait, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, that's off. So let's see what happens. It's like a... So, I'm driving Big Bertha, and she seems to drive okay. We're going to take her a little bit on the freeway, but if all goes well, this will be the car that will be taking me across the country.
The test drive of Big Bertha was a success, and I am now the proud owner of a Chevrolet conversion van.